Imagine wrapping yourself in a shawl that looks like liquid honey. Warm, golden, and stunning. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make it. This is Miella by Lyocell. It is a stunning honey-inspired knitted shawl that looks a little bit complex, but it's actually super approachable once you know a few easy techniques that I'm going to show you today. Let me tell you a couple of the really cool things that I love about this pattern. So of course it has this gorgeous honeycomb design, as you can see, and if you hold it up, it actually has this beautiful diagonal line running through. Down here on this bottom part, the background of the honeycomb is actually the cream color, but up here, the background shifts amongst the different colors, and the outlines of the honeycomb changes colors too. So it just makes for this really beautiful design that your eye just kind of wants to travel along. And then it has this gorgeous little garter stitch border, which really frames the edges and gives a nice touch. Personally, I have always wanted a bee or a honey inspired pattern because I love bees so much. I just think they're so cute and fuzzy. There's so many of them, like almost every flower has a bee. They're just a buzzing. Oh man, I love them. Hi, come back. Oh. In fact, if I ever see them and they've fallen in a lake or a pool or something, I will scoop them up and hold them until they dry and fly away. One time, I actually caught two at once, so I scooped them out of the water and I was holding both of them in my hand as they started to dry off. And then I noticed they started to duke it out, and have a little fist fight. And I was like, I don't want any part of this. So I put them on a bush and I walked away so they could duke it out on their own, and hopefully they learned their lesson. The magic happens with this design, with this gorgeous honeycomb stitch pattern combined with short rows, which shifts the colors beautifully across the shawl. And that's how you get that gorgeous flowing diagonal effect. To create these beautiful color shifts, you're actually going to use what are called wraps and turns. And if you haven't worked them, they might sound a little complicated, but once you learn how to do them, they're actually quite meditative and intuitive. To make this, we used our dreamy ephemeral fingering yarn, and we actually introduced this collection a few weeks ago when we announced our beautiful new crocheted halcyon pattern, and a couple of the colors have actually already sold out. So if you do love any of these, you're going to want to grab them before they are gone forever. This beautiful yarn base is a blend of Peruvian Pima Cotton, which is so soft and delightful, along with a Lyocell wrap around the strand, so it gives a little bit of a shimmer and a gorgeous wavy texture. And the colors that we used are Cambrilla, Avery, Elizabeth, Hannah, and Claire. If you would love to download this pattern and get the yarn, you can have a hop on over to ExpressionFiberArts.com, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for email and for text update for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. Let me show you how easy it is to get started on this shawl, as well as how to work those beautiful and fun wraps and turns. You're going to start by casting on your stitches using the long tail cast on method, and you're going to knit 2 rows in color B. And I'm doing a smaller swatch today. You're going to have a lot more stitches going across. Now I'm going to change to color A, and we're going to work row 3. And that begins with knit 6, and go ahead and leave color B attached. You don't want to cut it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then it says to slip 2 with the yarn in back. So leave your yarn here in the back, and you're going to slip those next 2 stitches. And we're going to continue repeating that across until we have 6 stitches left. So again, we knit 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then with yarn in back, you're going to slip the next 2. Now here comes a wrap and turn. To work a wrap and turn, you're going to go ahead and move your yarn from the back to the front. Slip this next stitch purlwise, meaning the tips of your needles are going to be facing each other. Then bring the yarn to the back of the work and slip this stitch back onto your left hand needle. So we've wrapped this yarn around this stitch. Then you're good to turn and work back. For row 4, you can see that we're leaving these stitches unworked, and we're working back the way we came. We're going to start by slipping these next 2 stitches with the yarn in front. Slip, slip, and then we're going to purl 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to repeat that until you have 8 stitches left. So slip 2 with yarn in front, purl 6. I'm already down to 8 stitches left. When you get to that point, you're going to slip 2 with the yarn in front, and then you're going to knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. For row 5, we're going to repeat row 3, and we're actually going to wrap the same stitch that we did in row 3. Let's go ahead and do that. Start with a knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With our yarn in the back, we're going to slip 2, boop, and boop. And you're going to continue repeating that across until you have 6 stitches left. Knit 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then slip 2 with yarn in back, slip, slip, and we're going to work a wrap and turn. So same as we did before, bring your yarn to the front and slip that next stitch purlwise, yarn to the back, and then slide that stitch back onto your left needle. So you have wrapped this stitch twice. Then you can turn, and we're going to work back along these stitches. For row 6, we're going to repeat row 4. So we slip 2 with the yarn in front, 1, 2, and then purl 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and continue repeating that across until you have 8 stitches left. Then you're going to slip 2 with yarn in front and finish off with a knit 6. 5, and 6. Row 7 gets really fun. We're going to pick up those wraps. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to start with a knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to slip 2 with yarn in back, boop and boop. Continue repeating across until you have 6 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip 2 with yarn in back. Now here we are at that wrapped stitch. So what do we do with this? We're going to pick up both of these wraps. So grab both of them like so, and we're going to place them onto our left-hand needle. So let me show you again. When you reach the wrapped stitch, with your right needle, pick both of those up, 1 and 2. Place them onto the left-hand needle. Then you're going to knit all 3 of these, the stitch and the 2 wraps, as one. Boop, like so. So we've now unwrapped that stitch, basically. And then you're just going to finish off with knit stitches. And you can see we're already getting this gorgeous diagonal taking shape, as well as these beautiful little honeycombs. Now that you know how to work those stitches, the rest of the shawl just repeats those, so you are all set up. And once you've followed all the instructions in the pattern, you are gonna end up with this beautiful honey-inspired shawl. Have a marvelous day. I hope you were able to get outside, maybe make a few bee friends, and be sure to hop back next week because I have another beautiful new design to reveal to you. I will see you then. Bye! Unless you are allergic to bees, then don't go near them.